Finally, after months of thinking about it, I finally bought a cycle here in Norway. Right now, I'm sitting at one of my favorite stations in Stavanger. The fjord, the mountain, the road beside it, and the train station. It's just a complete package, yet it's just another place here in Norway. In just a few minutes, I'll be heading 25 kilometers away to a small town called Klepp. The last time I owned a bicycle was in grade 7 and it feels like in another lifetime. For months I kept planning to buy one, but the ones I liked were always just a little too expensive. Well, it's Norway, and honestly this wasn't about necessity at all. It was purely about passion, and for most international students you are constantly balancing between what you want and what you can afford. And often we sacrifice these small dreams, thinking maybe I can skip this one and focus on the bigger goals or more sensible needs. But I also believe sometimes it's these little dreams that keeps us going. It was around 20 minutes by train, and to get to the town center I took my favorite Columbus city bikes, the same ones I've been using almost every day, and honestly they're the main reason I realized I needed to get a cycle of my own. The short ride from the station to the city was the moment I knew why I must buy a bicycle. Endless green fields, grazing animals, beautiful houses in the middle of farms, and the air so fresh it just makes you flow with the wind. This sort of things makes me really happy. It was my first time in Club, a beautiful small town. I'm not a big city person at all. This is something I really admire. While strolling around Club station, I had a phone call with the owner. His house was a few kilometers away and he was very kind enough to pick me up and take me there. The owner was a true gentleman, and his view of farmlands from the window, if you just pause for a while, it just looks like a painting on the wall. But I was really happy seeing the cycle. I did not have any second thought. I took a short break at a bus station nearby, and the cycle, it felt absolutely amazing instantly. I don't have enough knowledge about e-cycles, but I've heard this brand is a good one. I just hope it doesn't come with extra maintenance cost. After yet another beautiful cycle ride, I reached at Club station. I noticed on Google Map that there was a beautiful hitta nearby. I doubt I'd be coming back here anytime soon, so I thought I should explore a little more. And it turned out to be the second best decision of the week. Yet another beautiful cycling trail continues. As I was heading towards the hitta, I came across a stunning wooden bridge stretching right across the middle of a lake. Crossing it felt so surreal. It was like the water had been parted and split in two, like something straight out of the story of Prophet Moses. And finally I spotted the hitta I was looking for, and this hitta itself, it was so perfectly placed, quiet, clean and surrounded by nature. In Norway these are called hytte, which basically means cottage. Most Norwegians have hytta like this, usually by a lake or up in the mountains, where they usually spend their summer holidays. You will also find public hyttas like this near lakes or hiking trails, where hikers or cyclists can take a break. The architecture and the design of these cabins are truly unique, rooted in the Norwegian tradition. If you go up, that's how it looks. The location, the view, the calmness in the heart of nature. This is yet another specialty of Norway. I stayed there for a couple of hours, had some snacks, I was just walking around. And yes, I have to mention it, I had just finished my master's degree. After a grinding few months of my final semester with the thesis, this right here felt like a well-deserved break. To be honest, it was almost like a therapy to my mind. And I honestly don't need any expensive vacation or some grand plan or big gatherings. This is the kind of place and pace that truly feeds my soul. On the way back, the trail was mostly beside the huge lake, and through long lines of trees. Every now and then a quiet bench would appear, perfectly placed between trees or in a corner of a lake. Each one just pulls you in. You just feel like stopping at each of them and just taking the view. The calmness, the solitude, the quietness, all this just wraps you so much into it that you just want to stay there as long as you can. As I was riding back, I honestly felt so overwhelmed with gratitude. That guilt I had for making an illogical decision was gone. Now every moment on that bike felt like a gift to myself. And this is exactly why I wanted a bicycle. I realized cycling gives me a peace of mind. I can explore places I'd never reach otherwise. Quiet lakes, hidden trails. The whole experience makes you feel a lot more calmer, even in the tornado of a student life in a foreign country. Can't wait to explore many more like this. On my way, I even saw an archery practice field and a small cycling facility where kids were training on different terrains. Everything was just adding a little more to an already beautiful day. Eventually, I rolled into a small town where I saw a group of motorcycle riders taking a break. As a motorcycle lover, it hit me with nostalgia and a little wishful thinking of hopefully someday. But for the first time, I did not feel sad about not having a motorbike, and it's all because of that so-called stupid decision. I finally reached the train station. While going to the station, I noticed a tiny lake. It looked so calm from distance, I had to take some rest there. And that birdhouse right in the middle of the lake was straight out of a fairy tale. Whoever placed it there, thank you. And finally, that's how my favorite cycle ride so far ended at Gondal Station. That name sounded like a place from the movie Lord of the Rings. Oh, and by the way, this was a graduation gift to myself. You deserve it. A small reminder that sometimes it's okay to do something just because it brings peace to your mind. That's all for today. Peace.